That's awful. Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
I'm Matt.
We're back with Batman the Animated Series. We are watching it in the order that it aired for us on TV. We're on episode 40. Matt, this is part 2 of a two-parter. At least I think it's a two-parter. Maybe it's a three-parter. But we were dealing with AI. We were dealing with teddy bears. Did you have a teddy bear growing up that you liked?
I think it was a rabbit, Mr. Binky.
Okay, I had Bobo, the bear that my grandma, who passed away in 2020, she gave me Bobo. I still have it. It's in my parents' house. I don't have it on me anymore. But that, I had a bunch of stuffed animals. I kind of grew up out here, fucking nothing to do, man. So like, I'd make up games. I'd talk to them. I did it until I was like 15.
Dude, that's the kind of shit. Like when I was a kid, like we didn't have smartphones. We didn't have cell phones. Hell, we didn't even have fucking internet back when we were kids. We had that dial-up.
Yeah.
That like you could only get certain places, and it would take hours to load 1 second of a movie or show.
Yeah.
So, you just kind of, I had my WWF wrestling action figures and my Batman and Ninja Turtle figurines. And
that's all I did, man. Like me and Zach, he came here like once a week. So we'd play, and I wouldn't get to play them every week, but we'd make up action figure games.
Yeah.
Him and I did that until we were like 15 or 16.
Yeah, I had the WWF wrestling ring, and I had to set my couch up and as a wrestling ring.
I really like action figures, but they're expensive. But Zach, he got me a couple for Christmas, and a couple other people have. Look at the details on these guys.
Yeah.
These are these are Ninja Turtle NECA figures. And one thing we talked about doing for the channel is actually Batman. Like, look at him.
Yeah, that looks pretty sweet.
I mean, he's incredible. Yeah. I just ordered.
Because I got a few.
And you can switch heads. He's got all these different weapons, dude.
I wish I could switch my head.
Me too. I wouldn't switch my hair, but definitely switch my head. Yeah, I'd have to. My cheeks would be.
I'd clean up that mess.
My cheeks would. Yeah, tone down the fatness of my cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, I love that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Zach and I were literally like, we had these out the other day. We were kind of not playing with them, but we were posing them and stuff like that.
You had Zach like back in the day to have do your little butt buddy stuff out here with.
Yeah.
I didn't have anybody. I just sat there on my couch and freaking played.
This is what I did with Casey and Turtle.
I was a big Power Rangers fan too back in the day.
I was a big Power Ranger guy, but I never had any Power Ranger Turtles. Look at that. So this is just me doing photography of the figures.
And Transformers. I used to sit there and change the Transformers and this kid too.
I like them too, but I only really had Ninja Turtles, dude. And I had a couple Transformers.
Well, your dad also didn't like to see you happy when you were a kid though too, right?
No, he didn't. He's never here because he's at the fire department. But yeah.
Or at the Legion, or what is it?
Yeah, he was at the American Legion drinking. Literally, I did a lot of role play and pretend play and hypotheticals with my figures.
Yeah, so did I. I think that's why probably like you and I ended up being a lot more creative than a lot of people. Because we were forced to be creative with our situations. Yeah,
like Zach is the same way. I think he's probably more creative than me in some ways, and I'm more creative than him than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing we talked about doing for the channel was getting Batman figures and doing some photography to go along with our Batman series.
Because I still got not all of them, but I still got a bunch of toys. Like I got the Man-Bat toy.
Yeah. Well, some of the ones that I've seen, like I don't know if they're made by NECA. They're just like the Batman animated series.
I've got a few of those that are the animated series ones, but then also I got a bunch that are just like from the movies or from just from all over the place.
Yeah. So I went from playing to them to collecting them and posing them, kind of. Anyways, last episode, wow, the AI stuff, and I don't know why we started talking about figures. Do you remember why?
I think we were just talking about playing with them when we were a kid.
At the end of the cliffhanger for the last episode, we had Batman. He was kind of snatched by some kind of robotic, assumedly AI thing that was put into his Batcave. Or maybe that is his, and they've taken control of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously the AI thing, whatever she hooked up whatever she needed to hook up, and now that thing has control over it because it was just sitting there flashing like yes no, and it came down and swooped up and picked them up and everything.
Could you have sex with like a hot ass big titty robot?
What? I mean, if it felt like the real thing.
Yeah, I think I could too.
What the fuck?
I wouldn't have because I'm married, but like, when you jack off, you use your imagination. Like I could.
You use your imagination, Shane.
What do you do?
I had when I was a kid, I had that very vague, dialed up internet where I waited for that one pixel of the nipple to
load.
to load. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear go down the stairs. Matthew, what are you doing down there? I'm like shit.
Is this when you get the leg cramps?
Oh no, that was in high school.
Tell that story real quick.
Oh yeah, I was sitting there rubbing one off in high school, and my mom must have got off work early or something because I heard the garage door go up, and just as the garage door started going up, both my calves cramped up at the same time, and I rolled off my bed. I'm laying there on the ground, rubbing my calves like.
Your pants under your ankles?
I was butt naked. I fully submerged myself into this session.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there rubbing my calves, and I just hear.
What'd you say?
And I hurried up. Luckily, my mom had to go out and get the mail first.
Yeah.
If she wouldn't have had to go out and get the mail first, she would have caught me squirming around on my floor in the nude.
God, see,
But she had to go get the mail, so I was able to put myself together by the time she got in there.
We had a buddy in high school. I haven't talked to him for a bit, but his mom caught him.
Yeah,
it was
talking about.
It was in the morning before school.
It was before school?
Yeah, because of just his living quarter situation. Like, it was kind of like... Well, I can't get too many details, but...
Yeah, because then everyone will know.
Yeah, but she caught him, and he was, I think, looking at Final Fantasy anime porn.
Oh, no, that makes it even worse.
And she, like, yelled his name, and he was like, "Fucking shit!" He, like, screamed at her, "Fuck!" Wouldn't that just be the worst thing in the world?
Yeah. That'd be absolutely horrible. Yeah, I've never full blown got caught, but
yeah, me either.
There's a couple close encounters.
I had a couple close ones, but yeah, I was always pretty careful. And when I got in high school, I didn't do it as much.
Well, the thing is, whenever I did it, in most of the time I did it in middle school is like I strategically planned it out at like 1 or 2 in the morning after my parents were asleep, and I could
late night jack off session.
Yeah, sneak downstairs and.
So
one of my buddy's older brothers went out and got us some DVDs and.
That's actually, I think I remember in particular you had a DVD collection or something.
Yeah, it was just because my buddy's older brother.
Okay, all right.
I remember the one, me and Robbie.
At the Thursday house?
Yeah, there's no need to cry.
I remember that.
I've got something to make you feel real lucky.
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember we just cracked up and laughed about that for forever.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, hey, if you like stuff like this, by the way, we want to start a podcast as soon as we grow the channel a little more. Just let us know if you like these type of conversations because we have them all the time. Guys, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon. We're going to have the full length uncut reaction to this and all the things that we do. Let's jump in.
This is my greatest achievement. My prototype.
We don't need a recap.
No,
but you know his eyes were kind of similar to her eyes?
Yeah, their eyes look a little weird. Don't just stand there, Alfred. Do something. Say good heavens all you want. Thought Alfred is supposed to be trained too.
In some versions.
I do wish your toys wouldn't play so roughly with you, son.
There's another computer uplinked to this one. I'm tracing the link now. I've lost it. The link was shut down at the source. Could Randa Duane have been down here?
I should hope not.
We'd better search the house.
Search for what, Master Bruce?
Anything unusual. She may have left a clue I can use. She's only human.
Well, that makes me think otherwise now.
Yeah, in the cold hands also.
Yeah.
Gotham Club would be ideal. I'll take care of Bruce Wayne.
Dad, who are you talking to?
Leave me alone. We know who stole your computer data, Mr. Wayne. Meet me at the Gotham Club in 1 hour.
I think I'm starting to like this new version of Gordon.
Straight and to the point.
Straight and to the point. Not a lot of fucking bullshit.
Duplicate
Not a lot of
processors
chit chat.
I didn't authorize that.
It was necessary to serve your ultimate purpose.
No, it was a stupid idea. The babblings of a broken heart. I've let this go too far. I gave you too much free will. It's time to change your programming.
I feel like he's not going to let him. Oh man, that's a hell of a way to go. Shit.
Still breathing.
You have immobilized the maker.
Really?
Yeah, she's got to be a robot because no chick can just pick up a fully grown man No man can pick up a fully grown man just laying dead body weight like that on the ground.
Not like the way she did
The
it.
way, with ease.
With ease, yeah.
Picked it up like it's nothing.
It's open. What on earth?
Who is that again?
He's a mayor?
Yeah, but what's his name?
Mayor?
I guess, yeah.
Commissioner?
No, Batman. I called you. That man is not my father.
What do you mean, he's not your father?
Someone is impersonating my father.
What makes you think so?
I can't put my finger on it, but I know he's not my father. I know I sound crazy, but I'm not.
Getting a little fresh air? How come I wasn't invited to this little get-together?
It's suddenly less pleasant up here. Excuse me.
Not so fast, Batman.
Even the robot version of him fucked up. Now, is this going to shock both of them?
It's not. It's his batter. It's his bat cable. It's not his.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. No.
If that hits you right here, break your fucking collarbone, man.
Well, if it came down on top here, it'd hit more of your trap. But if it came across the front, it'd definitely shatter your collarbone. Is that the robot version of Bullet?
Yeah, it has to be.
We'll find out. Yep, there it is.
A robot?
Yes. More advanced than anything I've ever seen.
Does that mean my father?
I don't know.
That's
I'll find out tonight.
scary as shit.
How are you going to find out? I want to be there.
That's not possible. I'll contact you as soon as I know something.
Oh, I thought, are they going to do Batgirl? Or I'm sorry, what's her name? Yeah, Batgirl in this show?
Maybe in season
3 or something.
2 or 3 or something like that.
Good evening, Bruce. I'm glad you could come.
Nice to see you, Mayor. Is Commissioner Gordon here?
He'll be along. You're going to become a member of a very exclusive club tonight.
This is like a creepy episode, isn't it?
Yeah,
With the blonde hair.
because you got to think how close we are to all the
Damn it.
AI and
Miranda, is this
how close we are as a species to all the AI stuff that's coming out.
You know what they say about a woman scorned, Bruce. Don't let him get away.
Take the stairs, you know? Yeah, at that point, I'm taking the stairs.
You're really gonna waste all that extra energy on the stairs when you can just take the elevator?
Because of this shit, dude. Like, what if they corner you in the elevator or
Yeah,
whatever?
I'm being.
Oh, okay.
I'm fucking with you.
All right.
Of course I'd take the stairs at this point. Because it's their place. They can shut down the elevator whenever they want to.
Dude, this
They
is...
got some ups on them too.
Yeah.
You might want to make haste there, Batman. A little faster. Go!
That is scary as hell. If I would have saw this when I was 6 years old, it would have freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Wait at a friend's house, he says. Not likely, Whoopi. Bullock went to Cybertron and a robot came back.
You ever got with like a really good looking redhead girl?
No, I'm not a fan of gingers. I usually just get stuck with blondes.
Funny enough, my wife, when she dyes, when her hair is darker, I hate it. I like it when it's lighter. But I normally
some people just look better with lighter hair. Some people look better with darker hair.
Yeah.
A lot of it, I think, has to do with the eyes. Like if they got really light blue eyes, or
Yeah. Look at this thing.
what is it? Just a robot trash can?
It looks like a droid. That sucks. Should have listened to Batman.
She bit off a little more than she could chew.
Your skill at breaking and entering is impressive. Where do did you learn those tricks?
A police commissioner's daughter doesn't get all her education in school. What have you done with my father?
He's right here, my dear. You'll be joining him soon. Very soon.
Hate this shit, Matt.
You know, it's inevitable. I mean, I forget, like 10 years ago, I watched a robot documentary on robots that they have that are going to assist us whenever we go to Mars. They've already had that stuff 10 years ago. Imagine all the stuff they got now.
Yeah.
That show was created 10 years before I saw it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So...
I got an interesting conversation topic, I guess. Good aim, man.
It's over, Batman.
People are imperfect. They make mistakes. Your mistake was coming here to interfere with the plan. The plan was conceived by Carl Rossum when his young daughter was deactivated.
Deactivated?
Alright.
Our maker felt the emotion called love in great quantity for her. Afterwards, he decided to find a way to replace humans, whose decisions can cost other human lives. The maker's concept was sound, but he did not go far enough, which is why I have taken over.
Does that mean my father's...
No, there is still much to learn from humans. I will keep them alive until I have learned enough.
It's funny how he's got his glasses. Yep.
What's wrong with that, Shane?
It's an awful thing. EMP?
No. Well, you don't like the way he's walking?
Hell no.
Barbara, what are you doing here?
Rescuing you, silly.
Stop the one called Batman.
Oh, man.
Dad!
What? Just a switch, huh?
That's simple.
Is there another way out?
My office has a private elevator on a separate power source. This way.
And there's no stairs? That's the question, right?
Get my father out of here.
What about you?
I'm gonna help Batman.
If someone kicked you in the ribs to where you would fly 10 feet, they'd be broken.
Go.
That's awful.
That sucks.
Barbara, where's Barbara?
Well, she went back in there. I'm supposed to carry you out. I don't know what the hell I would do to my friend if he helped me instead of helping my, like,
What?
22-year-old daughter.
Yeah, like Liana was in trouble, and I'm like, oh, fuck her, I'm just carrying Shane.
Yeah. Leave me.
Over there.
I'm sorry, Commissioner.
Barbara. Oh, thank God.
Fuck a bullock.
Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I had no idea how hard that could go this far.
I'm sure the investigation will prove exactly.
What was he doing just there? Did you see him? He's sitting there like...
Playing with his shirt.
I'm getting too old for this kind of stuff.
I sort of enjoyed it.
Well,
Come on, sweetie. Let's go home.
guys, that was a reaction. This is our review. One of my favorite arcs.
It is pretty good. It's Mayor Hill. You're asking what his name was. Mayor Hill.
Mayor Hill, okay. Yeah, one of my favorite arcs. Legitimately, to me, kind of scary.
See, this kind of stuff doesn't bother me the way it bothers you.
Yeah, it bothers me the hell out of me thinking about that shit happening.
You know, the stuff that I get more freaked out about is like alien shit.
Yeah, that's my number one fear. And then this shit. I mean, it's just, I'm not really scared of AI taking over any time in my lifetime. But when I see it like this, like Judgment Day, like Terminators, the way they look with like underneath the skin,
and plus I think like his Terminator series is just literally has been one of my favorite series since I was just a wee fella. I think that kind of stuff's cool.
I think it's cool, but the idea of it happening would be pretty terrible. Did you see, Zach and I reacted to it, but I don't know if I'll ever put it up because it's kind of late, the trailer for, it's called Civil War, United States? Mm-mm. Yeah, it's about the United States having a civil war. It's by the guy that did Ex Machina. He did a bunch of pretty sure he did Blade Runner 2049.
I didn't even know that there's a movie out there that existed like that.
They just showed the trailer for it. It looks intense. It's like an American Civil War in the not too distant future, and it looks like a horror movie.
Civil War at this day and age would be a legit horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, but you gotta watch the trailer.
But could you imagine what a real Civil War would be like in this day and age?
Yeah.
With all the technology, all the weapons, all the...
We'll watch the trailer when we're done. It's wild. Okay, highlights for me, Barbara Gordon. Not just because she's drawn well, because I think the character is actually cool. She's got some spunk. I like when a character, man or woman, can be brave against,
Shane, let's cut the bullshit. Yeah. You just like her ass and boobs.
That helps. Absolutely. But no, I just liked how she went there to help Batman. I like the idea of...
Yeah, she got more courage than fucking Bullock.
Well, the only thing I didn't like is that Bullock, she said, get my father out of here. I'm going after Batman. Like, he is on the scene. He should be in charge. He's law enforcement. The other guy was a mayor.
Yeah, one of those guys should have stepped up.
I mean, and not because she's a girl, but because she's a kid who doesn't have experience.
Yeah, and plus, if she wanted to go back in there and help, there's power within numbers. So if one or two other of them would have gone to help too, that would only, added to their success. It would just benefited them.
But I think the show wanted to show us, like, hey, this girl will be one day.
Just show her potential because, down the road she is going to be Batgirl.
Yeah, and so you know enough of Arkham Asylum to know that she's in it, right?
I didn't know Batgirl was in it.
Okay, well, it's not Batgirl, she's Oracle at that point. So it's after she got paralyzed and stuff. So she's helping you from Watchtower, wherever that is. And so at one point...
Oh, yeah, I remember from the TV show Titans.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that.
Yeah, that's got all that stuff. That's the only way I know what the Oracle is, and
Oracle was the one time...
And after she becomes paralyzed...
I kind of want to get into Titans again.
Because what is there...
Because, I stopped reacting to it because it kept getting copyrighted all the fucking time. It was getting me 100 views.
Yeah.
And I know this show doesn't get a lot of views, but I love doing this with you. So it's a lot different. Right. It doesn't get copyright crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, putting all the work into editing it, and all of a sudden just have it get blocked, and doing all the effort, and then it get blocked again.
It's terrible.
That's gotta be.
That's very frustrating.
One of the most freaking frustrating and
insanely frustrating. Yeah, it's just
That's like put your head through the computer screen type of frustrating.
Yeah, it's part of the business. It's happened enough now to where I'm used to it. Like some things I expect to get hit. I'm like, well, I didn't really edit the fuck out of this thing. But let's see if it gets hit because I want to keep as much in as I can. But sometimes I leave in too much. The Harry Potter movie, I edited that. The Mexicans edited it for me twice. I call them the Mexicans because they are Mexican and they laugh when I call them the Mexicans. They are a team of editors that I work with. They're great, okay, but they edited it twice for me.
Yeah.
And then I got it the third time. I edited it and it got blocked right when I put up. So okay, that's fine. I didn't make it live yet. I just re-edited it. And I took out substantially more stuff. And then it was up for 2 weeks, got 16,000 views, and it got blocked again. I can't take it down and put it back up again. I'll lose all the views. So I gotta use the YouTube editor, and it's really
bad.
Yeah, it's slow and stuff. Yeah. But anyways, liked everything about this episode. I questioned the men in the room when Gordon said, "I'm going in to get my dad." You get my dad out of here. I'm going in. Now, we know that Barbara is equipped and we know her potential. I liked Barbara, everything about her. I thought she was cool. Also, the idea that Batman needs help. They only do that to flesh out characters that aren't Batman. So, whatever. But the first and second episode, liked it. It was scary. It was well done, well written. It subverted me.
Well, Batman doesn't do real well against robots. I mean, you remember what happened when he was facing that clown robot.
Yeah, the Joker got some...
Yeah, I bet you got it from this guy.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, no, that's pretty much all I got. But I have a question for you. I think we believe in the free market. I think we believe in capitalism. The idea that within the free market, dangerous ideas can emerge. Yeah. And we know that happens. And I personally think, in some cases, those things should be regulated. Like, if some guy created AI that was replacing jobs or that was very dangerous.
Yeah, because, I think AI should be treated just like, nuclear weapons, biological and chemical weapons.
I don't know if I put it that far, but I think...
Well, if it's got the same potential for mass destruction.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And mass suffering.
You're right. Yeah, right. So if I think if we start to see that stuff, then absolutely. But there's also like the government now, like if they control AI, the government is just people. They can, like right now, there are companies that they are programming AI with their own agendas.
Right. They could potentially do wonderful things.
Yeah, but
to advance our society immensely.
Okay, let me point. I'll just pick out something I heard and I read about it. I think it might be IBM. They have like a Bible of rules that they give to the AI, and one of them kind of disturbed me. It's like Asians, which I'm Filipino, I'm an Asian. Like we don't count as like basically a minority, and like the idea that because of just your skin color you get certain advantages or certain disadvantages, but the idea that Asians aren't counted as anything other than like this particular type of group, it kind of disturbed me quite a bit. And that was programmed into the AI by people. So they had a few other things.
So like, you just like an other category, or
I don't know. The idea is also that like only white people can be racist, which is absolutely false. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
And Asians, but basically the idea is like you know like we are, because if you're Asian, and Filipinos aren't really in this category actually, but it's mostly Japanese and Chinese immigrants. They have really good outcomes because for one thing, they have a lower divorce rate. They make more money. In the early 1900s, they were the most disadvantaged group out of all the ethnicities in America.
Right.
Okay, in terms of the highest divorce, highest unemployment, and there's some other things, right? And now Asians have the lowest divorce, the lowest unemployment, and they make the most money. So within a little over 100 years, Asians have been able to completely flip that. Yeah. In 100 years is a small speck in human history, funny enough. But the idea that, you know, it had a couple things about Asians in there, and it just like it rubbed me the wrong way, and the idea only you can be racist, I think that's absolutely wrong. So, you know, I'm not trying to go political here, but I just think that's common sense.
It's like everybody has the capability to be racist.
Everybody, yeah. Like people do. You know, Marietta at one time, or the Marietta Parkersburg Belpre area at one time, was considered the least diverse place in America.
Yeah, when we went to high school, we only had like, was just
me and Anthony.
It was you, Anthony,
Youngblood. I'm sorry, Brian Taylor. He left. Yeah, we only had me and Tom Francis, who's also Filipino, and Anthony Youngblood. We had 4 people of color in the entire fucking high school. You know.
No, don't forget the Prestons.
Oh yeah, who was also in Ferocity with me. Yeah, it's just ridiculous, I think, the narrative. And when I think of AI and that type of stuff, and it's AI that's being programmed by people to have certain outlooks and to judge people certain ways, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's just terrible. But other than that, I don't think we're going to have a Terminator situation anytime soon. I really don't. But the question is,
I think it's going to, if we do have a situation, it's going to be a lot worse than the Terminator situation, because...
Well, they killed all humanity. What's worse than that?
They didn't kill all of humanity.
Well, there was John Connor in Resistance, but that's it.
That's what's one step worse. Complete extinction.
Yeah, I just don't see that. I just don't.
Yeah, we're us as human beings, we're too shifty. We can go hide underneath the tunnels and.
Well, it's not that. I just think.
I mean, if we were able to survive a mass flood.
Well, I think that only happened in a certain region. I mean, like like the biblical flood. Like I think I believe in it.
That's not just a biblical thing anymore. They're starting to find out that it's scientific fact.
No, you're right. But like the idea that the biblical flood, the entire world was flooded except for one family. So
they're starting to find out that
there was
that there was a mass flooding.
Yeah, that killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
that changed.
So different religions have incorporated that.
Changed the scope of the world.
Yeah, different religions have incorporated that, which leaves credence to the fact that there probably was. And like with the Younger Dryas, and I mean, have you seen those things in what was it in West Africa, like the satellite pictures of Africa with like it looks like waves, like ocean waves, like hit it and like you see like the recession.
Yeah, I've seen all that.
It's crazy, man. Anyways,
and the mass flooding from where the meteor hit up in the Arctic.
Yeah, the upper. Well, it was
Upper Canada or
Upper
whatever.
Canada. Yeah, it's in the upper Americas when it was still glacial.
Yeah, it was all
and
glacier.
So it hit it,
you can see
and it vaporized it.
Yeah, I think it's in Washington, or I think it's eastern Washington. It shows all the landscape features of that.
Okay, and now we know that the Americas were populated sooner than we thought.
Yeah, even way before the Vikings, way before.
Yeah.
Because they're starting to find stuff, the proof of a human life hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I'm all into that type of stuff. I know some of it.
I watched tons of
Graham Hancock. Love Graham Hancock.
And what's his buddy?
Oh, he's got Australian accent.
Randall Carlson.
Oh, and Randall Carlson. He's great too, man. Yeah, ancient civilizations, moving the pyramid stones, all that stuff, man. Love it. And which is, the opposite of AI. But the idea...
Yeah, how we got on this subject, who knows?
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that's it. It's one of my favorite arcs. It didn't have any standout, animation scenes for me.
Yeah, I thought there's a lot of freaky, wild moments, though.
Yeah, there was crazy moments, but in terms of, that shot we got in the Two-Face arc with the bike and the lightning, that was beautiful.
And the other one where Batman was on his motorcycle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I think that's it. If you don't want to wait till next week, make sure you jump on our Patreon.